Trump continues to get good news as libertarians pick a leftist as their presidential nominee. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back again with a new video, and today it is time to talk about the 2024 presidential election because everyone, we might have just witnessed the downfall of the Libertarian Party as these bozos just picked Chase Oliver as their presidential nominee. Yeah, this guy is barely a libertarian, if at all. You could argue he's a leftist. So libertarians looked at Chase Oliver's record and thought to themselves, yes, this is what we need. An open liberal as our nominee. I'm sure that's gonna boost our support this year. Now, before I continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Again, folks, all support is greatly appreciated, and yeah. Now, let us get into it. The Libertarian Party selected former Georgia Senate candidate Chase Oliver as their presidential nominee on Sunday, spurring appeals for support over the weekend for both Donald Trump and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. And this is the first thing I wanted to talk about because they had a golden opportunity to gain some kind of relevancy. Or hell, even power. This was their best shot ever to do anything worth a damn. Because you had both Trump and RFK at the convention giving speeches, and they were willing to get the endorsement of the Libertarian Party. And you know what they decided to do? They decided to push both of them aside and picked Chase Oliver. And I know, Trump couldn't technically get the nomination, fine, but you could have endorsed him. You could have said, look, we're not going to run anyone for president this year, but we will back Trump over Biden. Hell, if you wanted to nominate someone, you could have picked RFK and given him ballot access to every state. And at that point, no matter what happens, libertarians would have gotten their highest vote share they've ever gotten. And the libertarians thought to themselves, nah, we don't need RFK or Trump. We can do it ourselves. Really? The highest vote share you ever gotten was like 2%. That's it. So you really think that you can do it without Trump or RFK? Really? If you would have gotten RFK as your nominee, you would have gotten thousands of new voters. You would have gotten your best opportunity ever. Think about it this way. This is the same situation as if, let's say, Bernie Sanders said to the Green Party, I want to be your nominee. And the Green Party told him to go F himself. Obviously, the Green Party would be like, screw everyone else. We are picking Sanders. But libertarians are so gung-ho about their dumb philosophy on everything that they think we don't need Trump, we don't need RFK. The selection of Oliver, who has described himself as armed and gay, yeah, that's who they nominated. That's the type of person they decided to pick over Trump or RFK, which, again, what about Oliver makes you think he has a good shot at winning? What's the appeal? There is none. This is the reality. Leftists have taken over the Libertarian Party, and they decided to pick a leftist. I mean, if that's what you know about the guy, that he's, you know, he has a gun and he's gay, that's why you decided to pick him? You picked Chase Oliver because he's gay. That's what it comes down to. That's what it sounds like. Which is just insane to think about because you had so many good options. Just ignoring Trump for a second, you could have just went with RFK and be done with it. He would have been on the ballot in every state, and he would have gotten way more than 3% of the vote. He would have gotten easily 5% at the worst case scenario, which is a big deal for third parties. If they get 5% of the vote, that's a big deal for them. But for whatever reason, they thought, nope, we don't need him. Screw him. We could go with Chase Oliver because he's gay. The former president was deemed ineligible for the nomination by the Libertarian Party chair, which, fine. You can argue that Trump was a Republican nominee, so he couldn't have accepted the nomination. But even then, you could have made a deal with him saying, look, if we don't run someone and endorse you, you gotta get some libertarians in your cabinet, which he said he would, and do certain things we want. They could have made a deal with Trump, and that would have been a net positive. Because libertarians, for the first time ever, would have had serious power. And at the same time, it would have given Trump a boost. But for whatever reason, they thought, nope, we don't need Trump. We don't need to endorse him. Well, Kennedy was eliminated in the first round of voting, receiving only 19 votes. Yeah. He was a candidate for the Libertarian nomination. And he only got 19 people to vote for him. The Libertarian Party, everyone, these idiots really passed up on an opportunity to pick Kennedy. He would have helped the party immensely with funding, with party registration, with everything. And they decided, no, we don't need him. But even as they rejected him, Libertarian Party members feared Kennedy's candidacy could do significant damage to their party, which typically receives around 1% or less of the national vote share, with Gary Johnson in 2016 being the exception, garnering more than 3%. Yeah, so these idiots realized if we don't pick RFK, he's gonna screw us over. What the hell are they doing? Seriously, I mean, they admit this. They admitted, yeah, so, RFK is probably going to destroy this party if we don't pick him. So let's not pick him. What? This is just insane that the Libertarian Party is this incompetent. They realize, yeah, so Kennedy will hurt us, so let's not pick him. Many Libertarian Party members predicted Kennedy, who is polling historically high for a third-party candidate, would cut into the small share of the protest vote the party typically benefits from in presidential elections. So why didn't you pick him? Why? I don't get this idea that they're trying to pull here. I just don't get it. What's the plan? So you really think you can win without him, but at the same time you realize that he's going to hurt you more? What? It is baffling to me that they can believe they don't need Kennedy, but at the same time realize he's going to hurt them. We're going to lose ballot access in probably 22 states. We're not going to make more than 0.5%, said Larry Sharpe, a longtime Libertarian Party member who lost his bid for vice president at the convention. RFK sucks the money out of the room, and he gets the I'm mad at the system votes that we used to get because we're the only other guy in the ballot. So they're going to lose ballot access in 22 states. Yeah. The more I read into this, the more I realize this party's worthless. You had your golden ticket to finally gain relevancy. And you decided, knowingly, to kill your own party. But the funny thing about all of this, despite them picking Oliver, not, endorsing Trump or whatever, Libertarians picking Chase Oliver might be a net positive for Trump. Yeah. Despite him not getting the support of the party, them picking Chase Oliver might have actually been a better scenario for Trump. Because, like I said, this guy is one of the most liberal-leaning people in the Libertarian Party. Just look at this. This is their nominee. Transitioning children, mask and vaccine mandates, men and women's sports, open borders. Yeah. This is the Libertarian Party in 2024, everyone. I know people are going to say, well, listen, the Libertarian Party supports small government. The reality is, yes, they do. But they don't support this crap, at least a lot of libertarians that I know. They're not in favor of vaccine mandates, especially. His excuse was, oh, well, I don't support vaccine mandates from the government, but if a business does it, then I actually support that. Yeah, that's the nominee for the Libertarian Party. Sounds very libertarian. And the open borders thing. Really? When everyone, including a big chunk of libertarians, realize the southern border's a mess, they gotta fix it. They gotta shut it down. So they decided to pick one of the most open borders people as our candidate. Yeah. The more you read into this guy, the more you realize he's probably a Democrat. Hell, there were Facebook posts from 10 years ago of him doing fundraisers for Barack Obama. This guy is a liberal through and through. So he's going to win over the liberal-leaning portion of the Libertarian Party. Obviously, if they don't vote for RFK or whoever, they're going to vote for this guy. But we've been seeing on Twitter, a bunch of Libertarian Party members have been saying they will not vote for this guy. In fact, they're going to vote for Trump. Yeah, so not only does Oliver take away the liberal voters that could have potentially went towards Biden, he's going to cost libertarians thousands of more conservative votes. The Ron Paul types, of people that wanted Ron Paul libertarianism. Yeah, they're going to do that. I mean, hell, back in 2022 when this bozo ran for the Senate seat in Georgia, he took more away from Warnock than Walker. He won 2% the moderate vote, 2% the liberal vote, 1% the conservative vote. Yeah. So in other words, Oliver hurt Warnock much more than Walker. Funny enough, if it wasn't for Oliver, Warnock would have won without a runoff. Yeah, so the more you read into this, the more you realize, yeah, this guy has a history of doing much better with liberal-leaning voters. Now he's the nominee of the Libertarian Party, and he supports this crap, which for a bunch of libertarians, they're saying this is too much. Yeah, when you have many libertarian members saying, okay, he's going way too far in this stuff, you know you effed up. You picked someone that was not a good pick. So Trump, at the end of the day, might have actually won more support than if he got the nomination, or at least the endorsement. That's kind of weird to think about, but when you think about it, yeah. Because if Trump got the endorsement of libertarians, yeah, the more conservative people would have voted for him, but bosses like Oliver, they would have voted for, like, Biden. So it's really a win-win for Trump. Not only do libertarians only suck away votes from Biden, more than likely, a bunch of actual conservatives and, you know, true libertarians, they're probably going to vote for Trump. So therefore, it's a win-win for the Trump campaign, which is just kind of funny to think about, but that's the Libertarian Party for you. They went with someone that everyone with a brain understands is just a Democrat. There's nothing libertarian about this guy. The fact that he describes himself as gay and a gun owner, and that's why he's a libertarian, should make you really wonder, is he a libertarian or is he just a Democrat? His history says he's probably a Democrat that's running as a libertarian to take it over, I guess. I don't know. But either way, we just got to see what happens here. The Libertarian Party's dead. This was their last chance to gain any kind of relevancy. Their best chance also. But they decided to throw it out for this bozo. Which I'm kind of glad the party is about to die, because this party's just insane. This is not actual libertarianism. It's just leftists that don't like Democrats. That's what it comes down to. These are not actual libertarians like Ron Paul types. If it were Ron Paul types, they probably would be getting closer to 5% every single year. But they cannot decide for themselves. Do they want to be truly libertarian or just Democrat light that's slightly pro-gun? I don't know, but the party seems like it's on its way out. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Godspeed to all of you.